What's going on, everybody? Dialerix TV back with another video, and I would like to discuss with you guys about a theory on why I believe Lance Stephenson will not be returning to the Los Angeles Lakers this up and coming season. Now, Lance Stephenson, for those of you who don't know, is going to play overseas in China, to me, which is the most confusing thing possible, because I can't understand for the life of me why they are discussing the Lakers potentially signing Carmelo Anthony, who is washed up, and Lance Stephenson didn't get signed by some NBA team. Now, despite Lance Stephenson past antics, blowing in LeBron James's ear like a fan, or trying to get under LeBron James' skin and aggravating him, and other things that Lance Stephenson has done, like, we know Lance Stephenson's history, like we all know. In my opinion, and it's really not just my opinion, but Lance Stephenson behaved extremely well last season. He didn't get into any fights that I know of or any major altercations with any players last season. And most importantly, he played very well coming off the bench. I mean, you can make the argument that Lance Stephenson deserved more minutes last season with how well he was playing, from perfecting his crossover moves, etc., his three-point shot getting better. I mean, it seemed that Lance Stephenson had matured last season. He seemed very disciplined, which I didn't expect. But Lance Stephenson game, he took a step up and he evolved. His game got much better. Now, I'm not sure if he was on his Wiz Khalifa, Snoop Dogg, and blowing on them trees like. If he's covering up a drug problem, he's doing very well to be doing that. He's working hard. He was working extremely hard. He was getting better. I mean, this just based on the clips that I seen on Instagram and things like that. Also, this is something else to where I'm connecting the dots, and I'm having trouble understanding this. Frank Vogel, who is now the Lakers head coach, was Lance Stephenson's former coach on the Pacers. For me, that would be every reason for the Lakers signing Lance Stephenson. Like, that would be every reason to bring Lance Stephenson back on the team, because Vogel's expertise and his history with Lance Stephenson, which led the Pacers into the postseason, and Lance's playoff experience for the Lakers, and having a relationship with Frank Vogel, to me, would have been a no-brainer. And keeping Lance Stephenson on the team, I mean, you could make the case that they could have brought Lance Stephenson back over Jared Dudley or Troy Daniels, who aren't bad players. But even if you brought Lance Stephenson back with those guys, it would, I mean, clearly it would make the Lakers better. Lance Stephenson played extremely well for the Lakers last year. And I don't know if it's a money issue, Lance wanting a bigger deal. I truly don't know. But I have my own theory. And a lot of times my theories are right and sometimes they're wrong. But in my honest opinion, and hey, maybe y'all could be right, you know, maybe Lance Stephenson just wanted to go play in China because that's what he wanted to do. He wanted to do something different, or that could be the case. But I have my own theory. And that's what I have a channel for, to come up here to express my own opinion. Now, why didn't Lance Stephenson return to the Lakers? And to me, in my opinion, I really believe that Lance Stephenson was blackballed. I think that when Lance Stephenson went out on TMZ and revealed that Kobe Bryant was at Lakers practices, I think Lance Stephenson was marked for destruction, because they didn't want that getting out. I believe that Kobe Bryant, his connection to Rob Pelinka is putting the pieces in place. Now, some people say, well, Lance Stephenson was just trolling. Okay, if he was just trolling, then why does Stephen A. Smith address this? Which he was basically speaking for Kobe Bryant on First Take, because if Kobe is retired, he wouldn't care at all. Like, he wouldn't care that Lance Stephenson would go out and say some things like that. You wouldn't even have to address something like that, because it would just be like Lance Stephenson was trolling, or nobody would care. So it really wouldn't matter. Stephen A. Smith wouldn't even have to address that. But to me, they addressed that for a reason. Now, Kobe Bryant, to me, going to Lakers practices, what's the big issue? Like, who would care? Like, who cares? Like, that's a great thing, because he would either be in there helping the Lakers get better, whether that's working with the young players who were there at the time, helping them perfect their craft, or he would be there talking, speaking with coaches, speaking with the front office, telling them things that they could do in order to get this team to another level and help them compete for a championship and get better. So why wouldn't you want that coming out there, right? So for me, it's like, I think, and this is just my theory, you guys could disagree with me, that's fine. That's what life is about, agreeing to disagree. Everybody don't have to agree on everything. But I think Kobe didn't want that to get out, and he didn't want it to be known that he was at Laker practices. I think he didn't want that to get out, and Lance Stephenson exposed that, and now Lance Stephenson is playing over in China. Which you can't say Lance couldn't be used on some team. Lance Stephenson could be used on one of these teams in the NBA. You telling me one team can't use Lance Stephenson, but they itching to get Carmelo Anthony back into the league? Like, come on, man. Come on. Alright. Now that's my take on everything. Y'all let me know what y'all think. Y'all get in that comment box. Like, share, subscribe. I'm out.